So I found this article the other day about let's stop calling women jealous. And I thought it was really interesting because, you know, that's something I encounter a lot on the internet. If I have an opinion about something, especially another female artist, I automatically just get told I'm jealous. It couldn't be because I actually have a valid critique. It's just, you're jealous. Yet nobody says that if I complain about a guy artist. It's really weird. So I started looking it up more. And I found this article, which I thought spoke a lot to what's going on. And it said, you know what, like, it couldn't be because people have different tastes, which enables them to find some things amazing and others irritating, even if the irritating things are occasionally produced by women. It has to be, as it almost always is when we are talking about women with creative control of the arts, that we are jealous. This is an accusation that comes up time and time again when people express dislike for a piece of body of work created by a woman. If we don't like Lena Dunham or Zoe Deschanel or Miranda July, we're jealous. This never comes up, of course, when we're talking about someone not being fond of Bret Easton Ellis's books. For male artists, there's a whole host of possible legitimate reasons to not enjoy someone's work. No one will accuse me of being jealous of Jason Mraz if I say I don't like his music. And yet the second it's a woman's work I find uninteresting or offensive, I'm reduced to a catty schoolgirl pulling another girl's braids on the playground because she got this shiny toy and I didn't. This girl obviously isn't like Miranda July or Lena Dunham. This is not my opinions about the artist. I just thought it was a really true statement. Like, you can't critique women without getting told you're jealous. It's really dumb. It's like, so on here, she goes, in all honesty, I'm not crazy about Miranda July's work or Lena Dunham's. I just don't find it to be that interesting or compelling or relatable. I'm not out here writing impassioned screeds about how they are. Apparently, the only possible reason I could feel this way is because on some level I'm seething with jealousy and bitter, childish rage over their ability to succeed in the face of my unequivocal failures. While there is obviously some merit in questioning the motivations of someone whose criticism of any particular artist becomes needlessly repetitive, laser-focused, and cruel, to use such broad generalizations about any kind of women-on-women criticism is just absurd. Okay, and the girl even says, to be fair, sure, I'm jealous of any artist whose work I'm not particularly fond of in a very abstract sense. I'm jealous they are paid millions of dollars and lavished with critical praise and creative control to do the things they love, put out the stories they want to tell. Pretty universally jealous of anyone who gets to do that, man or woman. I'd always just assumed that was sort of the baseline to life in general, though. We are jealous of rich and famous people who get to do awesome things and live seemingly sweet lives. If we're going by that metric alone, I'm jealous of literally thousands of people. But we know that's not what we're saying here. We know what we're really implying when we use this knee-jerk, jealous rhetoric between women in the arts. And the problems with this kind of discourse are twofold. First of all, it implies that women are expected, at least to some degree, to move and behave as a homogeneous, cohesive unit who unilaterally supports and approves of each other. According to this kind of rhetoric, we are all representative and supportive of one another, towing the party line and having nothing but uncritical pats on the back for everything we do individually. To step out of line and not approve of another woman's work could never be a question of taste. That would be impossible. It must be because of envy, because a normal woman should have nothing but unequivocal praise for what another woman does. Secondly, this jealous talk also ignores a fundamental problem which causes it in the first place. The fact that there is significantly less space for women to move around in and express themselves in the arts, and they are therefore met with greater pressure to succeed on behalf of women should they land a coveted spot. To stylely toss aside all critical discourse from women around another woman's work with the blanket, "you're just jealous," is to ignore the legitimate reasons someone may be frustrated in the first place. Perhaps she's not jealous of the other woman who has seen vast commercial success, only saddened and discouraged because she knows that the already precious real estate for women in entertainment has a spot taken by someone whose work she happens to not enjoy. So the next time we want to dismissively tune out the voices of criticism against the women in the arts with the condescending, "they're just jealous," maybe it will be more constructive to think about how we can get more female voices with creative control in the industry in the first place. Who knows? One day we may even get to the point where they are just considered artists and not women artists who must be immune to criticism from the unwashed, jealous masses.